Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Introduce, my name is Farida. Here I'm the moderator and as well to speaker too. First of all, I would like to thank you for Mr. Hendra Sodarso MPD who has given opportunity or a group present material about passive. Okay, which material 1 and 2 will be delivered by Arifatul Kamila, and material 3 will be delivered by myself, Farida, and the last one will be delivered by Dita Aulia. To short the time to the presenter, I invite you for to present.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Arifatul Kamila. Here I will discuss two material. The first is active versus passive, and the second, tense forms of the passive. The first I will discuss about active versus passive. It means here I will explain for you how to change active sentence to the passive sentence. Here there is one example from active and one example from passive. From active, Mary helps the boy, and the passive, the boy is helped by Mary. In the passive, the object of active verbs become the subject of the passive verbs. The boy in active become the subject in passive. Remember, the subject in active verbs followed by in passive verbs. It means after past participle in the passive have to be followed by, and after by is agent. So in that example, Mary is agent. And how to make a passive sentence? That is, only transitive words can be used in passive. So intransitive words cannot be used to from passive sentence. Transitive words, example, hold, hug, void, set, leave, and intransitive words appear, arrive, come, become, try, fall, and etc. And then continue to the second material, that is tense forms of the passive. In this discussion, we will focus more on the tenses is used in the passive forms. Start from simple present. There are some formula of tenses. Start from simple present. Subject is MR plus verb 3. Example, the boy is helped by Mary. And the second present continuous. Subject is MR plus being plus verb 3. Example, the boy is being by Mary. The third is present perfect. Subject has, have plus been plus verb 3. Example, the boy has been helped by Mary. And for simple past, subject was were plus verb 3. Example, the boy was helped by Mary. And the last, simple future. Subject has, have plus be plus verb 3. Example, the boy has been The last is simple future. Subject will, shall plus be plus verb 3. Example, the boy will be helped by Mary. Okay, maybe that's all my presentation. If there is question, you can ask in the last presentation.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today here I will to explain about the using passive or passive voice by using simple present tense and simple past tense. Next, what is passive voice? usually also called the passive sentence because there is two types of the sentence. There are active sentence is a subject who does something to the object. Meanwhile, to the passive sentence, in which the object is a subject to job an activity. But now we'll focus more on passive sentence by using simple present tense and past tense. Okay, next. This is why do we have to use passive sentence or passive voice in everyday life? There are the several reasons why we should with the passive voice or sentence. The first are we don't want to talk about who did action. Okay, so we don't focus on the person on the what happened to the object like that. And the second is the reason we don't know who did the action. And the third, this is reason is that object is more interesting and important than the subject. To into the passive voice, we more to the about what happened to the object, know what did it know this focus, and with the person who did action. Okay, next, this is formula of how to you can use the passive voice or sentence. The first is formula for active sentence: subject plus verb and plus object. Meanwhile, for the passive sentence, this is subject plus to be and plus verb to and plus by who, like that. The straight to the, for example, active sentence and passive sentence. The first we will discuss with active. The sentence is we eat pizza. We eat the subject, eat is the verb, and pizza is object. So, even the passive sentence, the object of the active sentence is pizza. We change the pizza in the front to the becomes the sentence is pizza was eaten. So that subject plus to be and verb t by use like that, which to be is was. Because we use it to simple past tense. Simple past tense, this to be is was and were. Verb T is eating, which probably use it changed to eating. Okay, next, they will discuss for active sentence versus passive sentence for simple present tense. This, for example, the sentence is Emery rides a bike. The object is the active sentence is a bike. So to change it into the passive sentence, we move to a bike forward to become the subject. Then you need to be, this to be which a singular a bike, only one, and using simple present tense. So we need is use, you can use this is, but as to be is a simple present tense is and are, yes, but and then the verb T is named this ridden, and then add the by Emery because Emery the object of the from the passive sentence. Okay, like that. And the last one, this is conclusion how to tips the using passive sentence. The first, you have to identify the subject, verb and object in a sentence. And the second, you move to the object in active sentence into the subject. So from the object of the active sentence, we make the subject and the passive sentence like that. And the third, identify the tenses. So we have to know what the tense is. The first, whether it's a simple present tense or simple past tense. For the present tense, you can use to be this is or are. But for the past tense, you can first the was or will. And the fourth, we add the verb T. And the last one, you can add the by who, like that, or the subject we change to the into the object of the passive sentence. So here are to the tips or how to you can the using to passive sentence.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello, my name is Ditaulia. Here I will explain the passive form of modal and process modal. Understanding the passive form, passive modal are passive sentences which contain modal verbs. While the passive voice is a sentence where the subject receives an action or action instead of doing an action or action. In this case, the subject is given the treatment of the action itself. Modal passive form consists of 1. Will, 2. Can or cannot, 3. Should, 4. May I, 5. Had better, 6. Ought to, 7. Had to. Rumus passive form modal plus be plus verb 3. For example, 1. A new government will be elected next year. 2. The painting can be seen in Korea. 3. Your computer should be fixed. 4. The examination ought to be taken by them. Understanding modal verb phrasal. A modal verb phrasal is a phrase that usually begins with to be or have, with or without ending with to, which function like a modal. Phrases modal consists of 1. Should, 2. Must, 3. Would not or could, 4. Ought to. Rumus plus modal plus have been plus verb 3. For example, 1. I should have been told that yesterday. 2. It must have been stole last night. 3. Your car could have been sold.
Okay, maybe it is not to understand the explain by given the presenter. Here I will to open 3 questions season. If you have something to ask you, can convey it in WhatsApp group. I'm Farida. Say thank you and see you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.